What's up, junkies? Welcome back in for another edition of Pigskin Junkies. Myself, Michael Larson, the big brother Jared Larson, and Scott Panza. We're on take 3 because I'm an idiot. We're rocking and rolling with week 4 of the NFL season. Woo! Ric Flair.
Yeah, baby.
Jeez. Brutal. Here we go. So, quick housekeeping stuff. Please continue to rate, review, subscribe to the podcast. We're loving it. Also, draft.com. Use promo code Pigskin Junkies. Get a free $3 play. Tweet at Jared and Scott. Put your money where your face is and mush up.
Yeah, no one's taking me up. No one's taking us up on this deal. It's $3. What are you afraid
I'm
of?
really excited about the week 4 slate too on draft.com. So give us a shout on there.
You hear it. These two, confident, big tree fall hard. Scott, what movie is that?
Big Tree Fall. Oh God, that is
I think
is that Tommy Boy?
Nope. Jared knows this one.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. Oh no, that's Wedding Crashers. That's
Yep,
Wedding
there
Crashers.
we go. There we go.
Yeah, come on, sack.
Keeper. Yeah.
After he sacks
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah. Big tree fall hard.
First of all, his name is
Pepe,
Sack,
how many
which is
fingers am I
amazing.
holding up? Hey, Pepe. Great movie.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Jared loves that one more than anything.
Great
We
film.
got Jared on a movie. That's awesome.
I watched that one like 10 times.
Did you watch Point Break yet?
No, I actually have it downloaded on Prime Video. It will be watched probably on my next plane ride,
There we go.
which is next week. We're locked in. Speaking of draft.com, I am happy to report that thanks to Geronimo Allison with 7 rush yards in week 4, Jared sits atop the standings by 1/10 of a point.
Congratulations.
Come at me.
I did a couple. So they have another best ball round going, season long, starting week 5. So I did a couple of those drafts this week, and the market moves on players in just 3 weeks has been amazing to watch. We're talking it's just incredible to watch. Guys are reaching for Patrick Mahomes in the first round. Lamar Jackson's going 3rd round, 2nd round. Philip Dorsett's all of a sudden being drafted. So it's really fun to watch how the market moves so quickly. And it's been a ton of fun to start doing a bit more of the drafts because I kind of miss them after doing 60 of them in the preseason.
Yeah. The draft king over here. No pun intended. Which also the official, what was that announcement? They're the official draft website of the NFL, I think, as of today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
DraftKings?
Yeah, I believe it was.
I missed that Twitter feed. My Twitter game is lacking, I guess.
I'll fact check myself. But we'll get right into it because there's really not much drama right now outside. It's all kind of worked its way out. It's just football time. There's just football on. And what do the people want?
Picks and winners.
They want winners.
And
Winners. Not picks, winners. Winners.
They want winners. So I know.
I was going to say, George Washington's flipping around in the air will give me a pick. I want a winner, Scott.
Yeah.
Or Abe Lincoln, depending.
We got
I
winners coming. We got winners coming.
Most people.
We had them last week. Last week was just an awesome week. I'm so excited about it. I feel like I'm hitting my mode right now, hitting my stride, and now we got another week, and some dogs are barking. Some dogs are barking.
Ooh.
But spoilers. Jared's on the Packers tonight. I'm on the Eagles. I look like a total idiot face that should never, ever, 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 ever opine on Thursday night games because I get them wrong every time because I always take the road team like an idiot. So, I'll be eating crow when this thing airs on Saturday. Let's just get right into the games. Micah, hit us off.
I love it. So I guess we can say it was -4. So, Jared, did you take the Packers or did you take the Eagles?
I have Packers -4.
Gotcha. And Scott, did you end up playing it at all, or you were saying?
I did. I took a little piece earlier today. I took the Eagles, and then, unfortunately, 10 minutes after I placed the bet, the biggest mush face texted me that the Eagles were the freest of money ever tonight. So that's when I knew the bet was doomed. And now I'm looking at Devontae Adams. Hey, he already has 6 catches for over 100 yards. They're in the red zone. All I can do is pray that the Eagles can get one stop, which they probably won't. and and just kind of pray for a backdoor cover. But my Carson Wentz MVP money is going the wayside of Mitchell Trubisky for MVP right now, and I'm sad.
I'm sadsies. That's a good comparison. It's been tough for Eagles fans because there was a lot of hype around this team. This team has the most talent on paper. It made sense, but that's why they play the game. I hear it's not played on paper.
Why you play the games?
I hear you play to win the game, but that's in the college podcast now.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. Wrong thing.
Wrong thing. So we'll get into it now of our Sunday lineup. Panthers, the dog, on the road against the Texans. Texans favored -4.5.
I believe in Kyle Allen. Guy was a stud last week. I was all over Kyle Allen last week. I said, this guy, he can play some football. And sure enough, I said, Greg Olsen, he loves throwing to tight ends, and he loves throwing to Curtis Samuel. And I expect the same thing this week. The Texan secondary has already given up every week top 7 fantasy quarterbacks. I expect the same this week. The Panthers' defensive line gets to Deshaun Watson, field goal game. Give me the Panthers all day. I'm not saying they win. Field goal game.
Ooh. Jared is going to go to the other side as the Wonkavator pick of the week.
Whoa.
Front ways, sideways, back ways, front ways, and every which ways. I think this line is extremely disrespectful to a really good Texans team. And the Panthers, Kyle Allen looked good last week. He played the Cardinals, who are admittedly bottom 3 team in the NFL. So I'm not completely sold on what I saw from him last week. And again, I made this line 8 for the Texans. I think they're a better team. It's at home, and I think Deshaun Watson's gonna show out and put the lumber to him. The only question is, does Bill O'Brien get in the way of them just obliterating the Panthers, which is completely possible. But Wonkavator, pick of the week, every which way, Texans.
Whoa.
Wow.
1-0 on Wonkavator picks, by the way. Colts last week. Send it.
Big sample size.
Yeah, massive.
There you go. So right off the bat, we got a big head-to-head. This will be exciting.
Ooh. Now I
know,
have
Scott,
to
you're not
reevaluate.
betting, yeah.
No, I think I am going to bet it. It was going to be in one of my lineups.
Uh-oh.
I really like this Panthers team. I think they're rejuvenated. They have weapons. This is not.
I agree. They have weapons.
This is not Cam Newton's Panthers. This team can get the ball downfield, and the Texans secondary does not scare me.
I don't know what happened to Cam, but his throwing motion is still just
he's hurt.
Not comfortable to watch. Browns, the dog against the Ravens. Ravens favored 6.5.
I won't touch this game. I want no piece of it. If held a gun to my head, I'm all over the Ravens just because the Browns coaching staff is just so bad. And Freddie Kitchens is coaching himself out of ever having a head coaching job. He talks like an idiot. He looks like an idiot. He's just coaching like an idiot. So give me the Ravens, but I'm not playing this game.
Yeah, no, I made it 6, so no opinion here in terms of an actual play. I think a lot of chemistry issues early on. I'm not completely surprised by that from the Browns, who have a new wide receiver, a new offensive coordinator. I do think that's going to take some time to gel. Unfortunately, they were so hyped up in the preseason that you're not getting any type of wiggle room on the lines. So I'll look to play them probably back part of the year, call it weeks 10 to 15. I think they could be attractive because I don't expect anything to get better anytime soon. I agree with Scott. I think Freddie Kitchens looks like a moron. Sounds like a moron. But no interest in playing this game. I think the line is appropriate.
Did you like what Baker Mayfield had to say about Rex Ryan?
No, I didn't. Shut your mouth. You're 1-2. Shut up. Play football. Yeah, Rex Ryan's a loser too. Excuse my language. Rex Ryan's a total idiot. You don't need to go attack him. Let that stuff wash off your back. You're better than that. You're a starting quarterback in the NFL. You're worried about what a guy on NFL on ESPN.com has to say. Who cares? Worried about what Colin Cowherd has to say on Fox. Who cares? Leave that stuff away. You need to focus on yourself and your team. You're 1 and 2.
It's true.
Yeah, I agree with Scott. It's one of those things. Everyone looks at it, but you can't like publicly say. You can't publicly clown him like that. It's just not.
No. It's so counterproductive because now there's so much more attention on you because of what you said. Just take it for internal motivation. When you're lifting in the gym that day, let that motivate you. You do not need to tell the media how you feel about it.
It's true. I agree. I liked what he said, but I wished he hadn't said it, if that makes sense. I thought his response was pretty funny, but just don't
response
say it.
is great. If you're talking to Adele in the locker room, not so all of us can hear you say it.
It's true.
Because
So
now,
we'll see.
you know, everyone else is already saying, hey, we proved you wrong. You guys do stink. Do you need to really pile it on? Focus on yourself, man.
It's true. Next up, the Redskins traveling to take on the newly improved G-Men.
This spread is just makes no sense to me. I cannot. In live markets, it's Giants minus 2.5. Am I missing something? This is Giants all the way. This is one of my favorite bets of the weekend. So Case Keenum's hurt. They might bring in
Haskins.
Haskins? Yeah. Terry McLaurin, he got hurt in practice this week, so he's his only weapon. So Haskins is going to throw to who? Trey Quinn and Vernon Davis. They have no secondary. They have no offensive line. Why are the Skins only getting 3? This is one of my favorite picks of the weekend. Giants.
Yeah, I made it 3.5. I'm not ready to get on the Daniel Jones bandwagon just yet. Still need to see something from the Giants. I think around him is not great. Certainly want no part of the Redskins. I think Scott hit the nail on the head there. I will not be playing this game. Just between college and pro, there's enough other stuff.
Let me tell you, this week I bought Evan Ingram. I bought Sterling Shepard in a lot of fantasy leagues. I am a believer. I believe in Daniel Jones.
Wow.
I'm with you, Mike.
You and Micah both the newly founded Daniel Jones fan club right here, folks.
I'll tell you, the best, well, more so for fantasy, is that their defense is so bad that they're always going to have to score points, and they're just going to, they're going to produce. And the Redskins offense doesn't scare me enough that they're going to go towards the Giants. So give me the Giants all day. They both stink. They're both.
The Redskins stink. Two
of the 5 worst teams in the league.
Agreed.
I was going to say, I have 2 years of recorded evidence that I have been a Daniel Jones fan since day one. So,
yes.
For anyone, this is not new for me. Okay, people, was I shocked he got drafted where he was drafted? Yes. But I thought...
you and everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. And so Saquon's not playing, correct?
No, he's out for 4 to 8 weeks. Gotcha. He's not going to be back anytime soon.
Won't need.
So it's going to be the Wayne Gallman show. He won't touch the ball. They're going to throw it 50 times a game.
Ooh. Uh-oh. So I know we need the next game here, but I just enjoy talking about Daniel Jones so much. I almost got distracted. Next up, I don't even want to. I'm done talking about this team, and it's the Dolphins at home playing the Chargers. Chargers are favored 15.5. I'm done.
You want a good bet this weekend? Miami Dolphins plus 10 first half. Chargers don't travel well. Traveling cross country, 10 a.m. body clock start time. I want the Dolphins. Give me the 15.5. I know I said last week don't bet them until they cover. This makes you want to puke. Dolphins plus 15.5 all day.
Did they cover last week?
No.
Yeah, I'm not playing this. If I did, it'd be Chargers. I made it 17. I'm trying not to do the narrative thing around this, but I feel like this is a game that the Chargers could win like 42-6. and everyone says, "Oh yeah, they are really good." Do you know what I mean? Like Phillip Rivers just goes off on a substandard team because this doesn't come down to a last-second field goal. It doesn't come down to them trying to like scramble against someone of equal opponent. So I could see a complete blowout, but again, I am allergic to laying this many points in the NFL, so I will be staying away from this game.
And you got Melvin Gordon back.
No,
Yeah,
he's not playing this week.
He's not playing this
Yeah.
week. I wouldn't think that would happen, but him being back on that roster, I feel like is going to help.
I really don't think he moves the needle that much for that team.
Moves
honestly.
the meat. I think I'm going to stick with that one. No, I think move the meat is the new saying. No more move the needle. Move the meat.
Yeah, I mean, how inverted? Speaking of meat, how inverted is he having to walk back into that locker room? Like,
Oh, God.
all right, you got me. You got
Talk
me.
about disaster. That did not go as I planned. No one's talking about me week 4. Even though they're 1-2. No one cares.
Oh shit.
That's walk of
just-
shame
that's
times a million.
Yeah, exactly. times however many million he wanted for a contract. That's how many times of walk of shame it is.
So bad. Oh. So I got to watch this team live last week, and let me tell you, they're just not good. And that is the Oakland Raiders. They're going to Indy to take on the Colts. Colts are favored -6.5.
Oh, this is so frustrating. And I'll tell you why. The Colts just have a lot of injuries. T.Y. Hilton, you just don't know his status for this weekend. And that's a big part of their offense. So I don't trust the other wide receivers to produce if T.Y. Hilton's out. So he will not be this will not be a super contest play. Having said that, the Raiders are terribly coached. 1-8 under John Gruden on the road, over 15-point loss differential. If T.Y. Hilton is playing, and we'll talk about it on Sunday on the Twitter feed, if T.Y. Hilton is playing, I will be all over the Colts. I cannot commit to it for the Super Contest. It just doesn't make sense. Only if T.Y. Hilton is playing is this a Colts play. These Raiders stink. Bad coaching, terrible on the road.
Yeah, give me the Colts. I'm going back to the well. There'll be a play for me. I don't think I made it 8.5. For me, T.Y. Hilton doesn't move the needle 2 points. I agree with everything that Scott said, but I just don't think that that's worth 2 points on the spread. I'm of the opinion that the Colts are in the arena with the Vikings, and the Vikings were laying 8.5, 9 last week. I was surprised to see this low at 6.5. So I will take the home team here and continue to ride the Frank Reich train.
Boom. Lions, the roar is restored. Just kidding. They're home dogs against the Chiefs, -6.5.
Ugh.
Insulting.
Ooh.
You know the public is going to hammer the Chiefs. Give me the Lions
Ding, 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 ding,
again. Wow. So they just neutralized Zach Ertz. Matt Patrician's going to neutralize Travis Kelce. There's no Tyreek Hill walking through that door. Injuries galore on the offensive side. They're not going to allow the big play. Darius Slay, great defensive back, great offensive line. They can't stop anyone. All the backdoor covered juice in the world. Give me the Lions. 100% will be in the Super Contest this weekend. One of my favorite bets of the weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, I agree with Scott here. Lions. It'll be fun to watch this Chief team on some turf because I think they'll spin it around, and I'll be tuned into this one. But again, I think it's very disrespectful for them to be going on the road laying a touchdown or needing to win by a touchdown on the road against a solid defensive Lions team. So I'll take the points here in the Motor City Kitties.
Hold on one second.
Holding.
We may have some breaking news.
Ooh.
I'm trying to see if this is popping on anywhere else on my Twitter feed because someone just texted it to me. But AB to the Kansas City Chiefs potentially.
Stop. I'm not even
I
good
thought we were
at
gonna make it a podcast without talking about this asshole.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, at least this time we caught it mid-podcast because every time we're like, hey, the guy's finally done. And then we post it, and the next day, all of a sudden...
Back in the mix.
Yeah, the guy just... Even though he said he retired, whatever, who cares? I'm done. Carry on. Did you see him talking about how he feels like everyone has a personal vendetta against him and doesn't want to see him succeed because they keep stacking the box?
Yeah, because they're loading the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's a beast.
Mm-hmm. He's a beast.
That means Stafford's got to start spinning it.
Yeah, I don't know if this is real news or fake news, so we'll just pass on it for now. But if he does go to the Chiefs, it's going to be amazing redemption for him if he goes into Foxborough and beats them in December. But I guess that remains to be seen. But what a pickup if he really is on the Chiefs.
It would be.
That's a scary team.
And then they play the Raiders twice still.
I mean, just get me to the AFC Championship with those two teams and roll the ball out there, and let's just see what they got.
So speaking of AFC Championship game, the game everyone wants to know how you're feeling, Scotty, is because your favorite team to win the AFC this year, the New England Patriots, are road favorites -7. Are we circling the wagons?
We're circling the wagons. This game really has my mind in a pretzel because Bill Belichick versus second-year or first-year quarterbacks, 17-0 his last 17 games. I don't know where I saw that stat, and I don't know if it's real because I wasn't able to verify it. But if that is real, that's extremely scary for what I'm about to say. But give me the Bills. Just a bit too many injuries on the Patriots side. This line is extremely disrespectful. I picked it up at 7.5 earlier in the week. There's definitely 7.5s out there, which I'd be all over. They made Josh Allen look really bad last year. This defense is absolutely stacked, but I'm concerned about the offense versus a very staunch Bills defense. This is going to be an ugly game. It's not going to be a pretty game. You're not going to turn this on and be like, oh, wow, this is game of the year. But give me the points with the Bills. Give me the home dog. Dogs are barking all weekend. Ooh. And this is another example. Just like the Lions, home dogs barking. Dolphins, home dogs barking. Right here.
Yeah, Scott and I both already hit this week. The wagons have already been circled at 7.5. I like them. It's our guys. We're going to keep riding them. Low scoring game here. Two really good defenses.
Pat's defense, first team in the Super Bowl era not to allow a passing or a rushing touchdown in its first 3 games.
They also haven't played anybody.
I knew that you were going to say that, but still, I mean, I get that.
It's still impressive.
Yeah, it's a very
it's
impressive
still NFL
feat.
team.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, fake news on that link from my buddy. I clicked the link. It wasn't what I thought.
Oh, okay. I think I know the link you're talking about.
You got me.
He got you.
I was like, oh, this is too good to be true if it's not on Twitter yet.
I bet you everyone in this, can you send that to me, by the way, because I'm going to send that to some friends? Because I know what it is. I got those in high school. It was like I-4 traffic. Yeah. Great stuff. Phenomenal.
You have to pass it on.
I love those.
You know it.
Jared got hit with the sound effects one on Christmas one time, and that was the greatest thing. And I think I was the only one that heard it. And he looked at me, and I was like, "You got burnt," and I love it.
I got clowned. At home, where not in the privacy of my own home.
I've had friends get hit with it in the middle of class. It's brutal, but it's phenomenal.
That's not good.
Then everyone's like, "Oh, this can't be good."
Oh.
Everyone who's listening to this podcast, they all know the exact picture.
I say you all know what it is.
I know what's happening.
They all know. Oh man. So moving on to football again. Titans. Oh man, traveling to the Dirty Bird, Atlanta Hawks. Just kidding, Falcons.
Other Atlanta team.
Puke fest. I want no part of it. I'm short Dirk Cutter all day. Dan Quinn, he's getting fired by the end of the year for sure. But I don't want either part of Marcus Mariota or Matt Ryan right now, so pass. If gun to the head,
Same.
I'd be on the Titans, but I'm not touching those.
Same.
I'd be on the Titans, but I'm not touching those.
Same. I made it 4. Dan Quinn definitely getting fired because he's run out of people to blame. And the defense is just not good. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. The offense has kind of scuttled, and they get behind early. Defense has not been good early, which has really put this team behind the 8 ball, which you would expect. If any team can, spin it around the yard all day and score some points, it would be Atlanta. But they just have not produced on offense this year. Hard pass.
Yeah,
I got to see way more, and I definitely don't want any part of the Titans.
It's definitely not good when you, as a head coach, take over the defensive duties because you said the defense wasn't playing how you wanted them to, and then you come out and play defensive football like this. It's just not good. Not good for job security at all.
Well, it just gets to a point where, like, all right, dude, eventually it's your head. You're the head coach.
That's fair. Next up, the Buccaneers traveling to LA, -9.5 against the Rams.
Insanely disrespectful line. Oh my goodness. Buccaneers should get 14 points. Rams all day. Favorite bet of the weekend. Not even close. Ooh. Bruce Arians is coaching in the wrong league. He should be a novelty in the AAF. He is so far past his prime. This is not your league anymore, Bruce Arians. You're too old. It's not happening for you. Rams all day, not even close.
Is this a Wonkavator pick, Scott?
Yeah, sure, Wonkavator. I'm sorry. I can't claim that as my own. I just favorite bet of the weekend. It doesn't sound as catchy as Wonka.
I was like, it's not as catchy. It's not good marketing. I made this 11. No interest in the Bucs at all. Jameis Winston, terrible.
God, he's
probably gonna throw it. Probably gonna throw it to a lot of blue jerseys this weekend. And yeah, for me, it's Rams or pass. I like them, and if you're getting it at 9, or if you can get it below 3, maybe even an 8.5. I like Rams and teasers under the 3 if you can find that through the 7 and through the 3. I like that a lot, but no interest in playing the Buccaneers.
No, terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
There's just the team. Excuse me. There's just so many question marks throughout the entire roster. To lose to the Giants the way they did last week, too, was brutal. Cardinals at home, a dog against the Hawks of the Sea, -5.5.
Home dogs barking. Give me the Cardinals. The Seahawks, I do not trust them at all. Unfortunately, I can't get this team right, but I assume that I'll get right. That'll be a close game, and so give me the 5.5 points with the Cardinals. That's my take.
I also have the Cardinals. I made it 2.5. I've been dead wrong on the Seahawks all year, so maybe what the hell?
We can't get this team right.
Divisional game. Last year had them on the screws, and now just zigging and zagging all over the place. Divisional game in Phoenix. I think Seattle finds a way to come out, but this is one of those ones where I can just see them pounding Chris Carson and up the center's butt like 35 times and winning 20 to 17 or 21-18 or some stupid number like that. So I will take the Cards as well. Give me the points.
So
I got bad news coming for you, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say. So I'm wondering how this game classifies because it's not full prime time, but it's semi-prime time in that 4 o'clock spot on Fox. It's not the Sunday night or Monday night game, so I don't know what the statistic is there.
It's bad news. It's non-1 o'clock. He's on the road. It's bad news.
That's fair.
It's bad news. This is a staunch Bears defense, and everyone's still bad-mouthing Mitch Trubisky, and the Vikings couldn't look better last weekend. So, people are going to be on the Vikings. Money's on the Vikings early. I will take the Bears. They beat them twice last year, including a must-win game when it meant nothing to the Bears. So
stupid for them to win that game, by the way. Stupid.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's Bears or pass for me. I agree with a lot of the things that Scott said. Huge sentiment game where everyone saw the Vikings obliterate the Raiders last week. And then outside of, call it that Monday night game, have seen pretty putrid performances from Chicago. So I'll take, I'm going to pass on the game. Gun to my head, give me the Bears. I think it's kind of disrespectful that they're hardly favored at home.
I'm very excited to watch Dalvin Cook go to work against this Bears defense. I think if they're going to neutralize Mac, then Dalvin Cook, you obviously have to get Dalvin Cook going. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they don't drop to a 21-0 start like they did against the Packers and then have to crawl back in it and your defense hold them scoreless for 3 quarters. Dalvin Cook, little Minnesota Vikings football history. And think about who the last running back was before Dalvin Cook, who is for sure a Hall of Famer. He is the first running back to rush for 100-plus yards in the first 3 games since Chuck Foreman.
Including Matt Asiata?
Mm-hmm. Nice one, Scott.
Are you sure?
There.
I thought Adrian Peterson did all that stuff.
No,
Okay.
I was just as surprised as you were when they read that stat, which also was really cool. They brought out the 1969 championship team, which before the merger, so the Vikings were the last team to win the NFL championship or whatever before they did the whole merging for the Super Bowl. So that stinks because they still haven't won a Super Bowl, but they won the last championship and they don't know where that trophy is. Exciting times. So, Jags.
Play better.
Broncos at home and the favorite -3. This one I'm wamboozled by, and I'm not like hardcore NFL better like you guys are, but even when I looked at that line, I was wamboozled.
I'm befuddled. I'm bamboozled. I cannot
Perplexed?
I'm perplexed. Excellent word.
Thank you.
I can't make heads or tails of this line. It doesn't make sense when that happens, and I really can't make any sense of it. It's a fade. I'd be on the Jaguars. I thought they'd be favored at home, on the road. So total pass. Not touching this. Doesn't matter what it is. Out. Jags if I had to.
Gardner Minshew, American hero. I'm all in. Jags plus 3.5. Joe Flacco laying points in the NFL is disgusting. Disgusting.
He's elite. I don't know what you're talking about.
Extra rest for the Jags. Now, granted, the only thing that gave me pause was you're going from literally a sea level of 0 to a mile high, obviously, which could implicate some of the players. But I just don't. Playing at altitude, it's 2019, man. This isn't like 1988 anymore where these guys are going out and getting drunk the night before and then they can't breathe the next day because of the elevation. So I'll take the Jags, a little bit extra prep, a little bit extra rest, a little bit extra ready to go, and then a few extra INTs from our guy Joe Flacco, and they're walking out of there with a win.
Ooh, I like it. I'm with you guys. I'd go Jags on this one too. I'm all on the Gardner Minshew train, which is terrifying. But I'm against you in Vikings Bears, which means you guys will be right. So there you go. It balances out. Saints at home against the Cowboys, but dogs -2.5.
Cowboys all day. I still don't get Teddy Bridgewater. He got a bunch of hype this past week, and he had 17 completions, 9 were to Alvin Kamara. Most of them were, 5 yards down the field. You're going to have to do a lot better than that than this Cowboys team. Give me lay the points. A second favorite bet of the weekend behind the Rams is the Cowboys.
Yeah, so what you didn't see last week from the final score was the fact that New Orleans really was dominated by the Seahawks in every facet of the game. However, I am not interested in laying any type of points in the Superdome in New Orleans. So this is a hard pass for me. I actually made it Saints -1, primarily on their home field advantage. Very little to do with Teddy Bridgewater, but I will be staying away from this game.
And then the old Monday nighter. I'm sure when they booked this at the start of the year, they're like, this will be great.
I don't know why. they would ever think that.
Bengals, Steelers, -3.5 for, I believe, the Steelers. They don't have that on the Steelers.
Gotta be. Yeah,
Steelers
like no way the Bengals.
They're at home too. I will stay far away from this game, but I'll be mentally on the Bengals +3.5. I want no piece of either side of this one, though. Mason Rudolph is not good. I can't wait for the Ryan Finley show that's going to be coming sometime this season because the Bengals are going to be out of it. Andy Dalton, I'm more interested on what your bet is of where he's going to be next year because it won't be on the Bengals. Micah, lead us off after Jared gives his pick.
No play here on the Bengals. Nothing really else to say. This will be of 4 weeks of Monday Night Football. I'll have watched 0 minutes of 3 of the games. None whatsoever. I mean, it's just like put a decent product out there. Thank God I don't have to watch this and listen to Tessitore and Booger puke all over themselves.
I heard somebody say they were learning Spanish so they could watch on ESPN Deportes.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Are you obejote? That's what the guy, the ESPN Deportes guy, went up to OBJ and he's like, obejote. And he looked at him like, what are you talking? And then he started speaking English. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you got nothing about that? All right, fine. I'll just keep on moving. Scott, what did you I'm sorry, but I was looking ahead here, and what was your exact question for me?
Andy Dalton,
the Red Rifle.
where will he be quarterback next year? It will not be on the Bengals.
Oh, man.
Go.
That's tough. You could have a possible. I feel like he could end up in Florida, one of the 3 Florida teams.
I was gonna say Tampa.
I was going to say Tampa, too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, Tampa 2 is good coverage, by the way.
Yeah.
How do we get some? How do we get down on this, Scott?
Yeah, where can you make a market on that one? I won't risk on him being in Florida next year. I think, James will still be gone. The corpse of Bruce Arians will want some veteran because you won't draft a rookie and put him right in there. You won't thrust him in there. He's too old school for that.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, exactly. So why not start the Red Rocket for 3 games, go 0-3, and then thrust Justin Herbert into the fold? Although maybe the Raiders.
Ooh.
Nothing says Vegas like Andy Dalton.
Nothing. Yeah, that's exactly the move that Gruden would make, though.
Oh,
I do agree with that. Gruden probably loves the guy.
Him and
He's a grinder.
Peterman's going to be. I promise you, there will come a point Peterman plays the game or starts.
He's on IR.
Awesome.
It doesn't matter.
He's on IR?
Yeah, I heard this take the other day on Pardon My Take. He's on IR. He's out for the season.
Well, when they move to Vegas,
it.
he could start.
I knew he was injured. I just didn't know he was on IR.
Yeah, he's on IR.
Yeah, well,
Sadsies.
#sadsies for sure. Well, never mind. I take it back. You guys want me to do take 4 and just start from the beginning since I screwed that up?
No, I think we nailed this one.
That's true. So
This is a good take.
Yeah, so those are all our picks. Antonio Brown is not going to the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's not. Don't click the link.
Oh, man. So it's going to be a fun weekend. We hope you're enjoying your college football as this podcast is coming out. If you have any of the lines. Once again, please, drafts.com. Use promo code Pigskin Junkies. $3 bet for free. Tweet us. I was going to say text us. You don't have our numbers. Tweet us what your picks are. Call these 2 big shots out and take them out. Because why, Jared?
Touchdown Eagles.
Yes.
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
It's going to...
If you're on New England this weekend, get at us.
Yes,
we
yes.
gotta get shirts.
You're talking to
We gotta
the
get shirts.
a massive Patriots fan. I would be up in Foxborough if I could this weekend so quickly. I would love to be at this game. Buffalo, take the points.
So fun fact, and Jared knows this, I went to Dave & Buster's last night and absolutely went insane on the ticket games and made
wow.
a lot of tickets. So
What you got with that?
Did you get a big stuffed animal? with
No, I saved
it?
it
Some bubble gum?
for later. Because nothing really worth buying is till later. So I got 4,000
Those
tickets.
tickets. Keep accruing those tickets.
Yeah, so I got 4,000 tickets in one night. Thought it was pretty good. I could have gotten a back massager deal, but the one thing I looked at was they had a small HD camera, a very small like cube you just put it in a room type of thing. And I was about to get it and send it to Scott and just let him put it in the torture chamber so he could for this weekend, so that we could show people Scott watching the Bills Pats game.
That would have been good.
It was
That would have been
fun.
entertaining.
So it'll be
It
fun.
would have been torn.
I think we need halftime and post game videos of yourself, Scott, just talking to the camera, posted to the Twitter sphere.
Maybe we can do that. I'm sure we can accommodate it. We'll see.
We'll see. So, for myself, Michael Larson, the Big Brother, Jerry Larson, and Scott Panza, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Pigskin Junkies. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're out of here.
Wagons.